All right, Sam. So I came across this pretty tragic story, so I thought it would be good to cover it. So pretty much on Monday, UN officials said that apparently a migrant boat, has been capsized off the coast of Yemen. So they think the boat was coming from Djibouti, going to Yemen. That's the first stop where the migrants stop, and then from there they find their way to the richer Gulf countries. Because I mean, I doubt there's much for them to do in Yemen, and a lot of them are getting stranded in Yemen. So yeah, it started off with 200 of them missing. The only follow-up stories I managed to find were that Al Jazeera and others reported about a day later that the bodies of 25 of them were recovered from the coast of Yemen. But people who were on the boat, they think there were between 160 and 200 people on the boat. So then, yeah, here you can see. So pretty much that's why this map of this map of BBC was decent. So this boat came from Djibouti. So they come from Djibouti, Eritrea, and Somalia. So migrants from there, regular
And by the way,
migrants. Yeah.
Eritrea and Ethiopia, which is
Yeah.
right next to Djibouti, they had a war for a very long time. And
Yeah.
now in Ethiopia, there is a major conflict, civil war, Tigray. And, I'm sure there is, because of that probably there has been a Tigray influx of people in Djibouti and Eritrea, that type of thing. So
That's possible,
I would imagine.
But migrant, I mean, from there, that is one of like the easiest way for those who can't get a visa to go from Yemen to then Saudi Arabia and Kuwait
or
and stuff.
UAE.
Yeah, exactly. And here, the UN's migration organization, they actually said that because of the pandemic, though, the numbers did fall. So this year, only 5,100 migrants arrived in this way, but there was 35,000 in 2020 and 127,000 in 2019. And a lot of them, apparently over 30,000, are stranded now here. However, more than 32,000 migrants have found themselves stranded in the country, with the border to Saudi Arabia being closed. So some are also leaving, and apparently some also try to leave in, their own irregular ways. So there are also apparently 40, I should have had the story open, 40 migrants died, 40 Eritrean and others from East Africa died trying to go back from Yemen, apparently April of this year. But yeah, I mean, just think about it, like having to go this way to Yemen out of, all the places right now. And then from there, your whole other journey starts. So I just went to wrap up. So here, this website, Missing Migrants, it's ran by the UN organization, and it keeps track of all the migrants who die in different ways around the world. And Mediterranean one is one of the biggest ones of people drowning. So it's 680 at least, they know for sure, they found the bodies of migrants have drowned. So these are people who go all the way from West Africa, different countries in West Africa, Senegal, Nigeria, wherever you can think of. They have to, of course, migrate through very tough places, through Niger and all that, all the way up to Libya. And that's when Libya...
But do you think, I don't know, do you think the place we just covered, like that, is that the Red Sea? Was that the Red Sea? Or?
No, that's much less.
No, that's the coast of. That's the coast of.
Yeah,
does that count as Mediterranean?
No. Now I'm speaking about West Africa. Sorry, I should have made that clear. So So that doesn't count. No, that's different. That's the Gulf of Aden and all that. I don't think there it counts as Mediterranean. No.
So which one would they? I guess Middle East.
They would maybe fall under Middle East or Africa. Yeah. No, Mediterranean. I believe it's only those who go from Libya, primarily from Libya right nowadays, and they go either to Spain, Tunisia, or to Italy. So yeah, they've come from Nigeria, Senegal, or places, make their way all the way, often get kidnapped, and all these things on the way there. They have to pay smugglers and everything until Libya, and then they get on these little dingy, crappy boats, of course, and then they have to be careful that the guards don't catch them right there, because if the patrol catches them right there, then they just take them back to Libya, and then in Libya they're kind of like in confinement camps and all this until...
I mean, some of these people have families, and
a lot have families.
Yeah, but if I didn't have a family, this, like, Jesus Christ, this life is hard. I'm not saying I'm much weaker than these men or women. I would have probably ended it. Fuck that. If I didn't have family.
And there are some campaigns that go on in West Africa where like people who have returned and they're like, yes, we understand that, of course, if you manage to reach to Europe, if you manage to reach Europe, there's a high
and
chance
get
that
a
your
job.
life will be better. But so many things can happen until you even reach Libya. And then of course, once you reach Libya, you get on these boats. And then if you, reach Europe and then from there
And if
see
you're
see what
and if you're
happens.
of black and if you're of black ethnicity, apparently in Libya there is a good chance you're
Oh,
kidnapped and sold and blood and
exactly. That's the whole
Jesus.
thing. They get like they often get because they also have to pay smugglers, right? So the smugglers often rip rip them off like more than whatever they had agreed. So yeah, that's a good question. I don't know where those deaths would, but that's a much smaller
I would think Middle East, I would
yeah.
think, but I don't.
Yeah, but this is a much bigger like migration route. And you remember this one became big, the Mediterranean one. It became big around 2016 and stuff, right? With the
It
European migration
especially after
crisis.
Syrian war and the Libyan
Exactly.
war. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I think before that, I guess the Libyans weren't letting people, get on boats that
No,
easily from there and go.
I specifically recall that before Gaddafi's fall, there was always these tensions, especially between Libya and Italy, about
Hmm.
the number of boats allowed. And usually, basically, Italians and Europeans would pay Northern African
Yep, yep.
states, so they put in a more same thing that the US is right now doing with Mexico. You pay them to shore up their border control. So people from Panama,
Exactly.
that type of thing don't show.
Yeah, that's
But
literally, I
then
mean,
when you bomb and collapse a country into nothingness,
yeah. That's the thing. But no, exactly. They do very similar things. And for instance, Europeans keep on suggesting, just like the Americans, how Americans want, for instance, Mexico, a third country, to decide the asylum right. So whether someone can become a refugee and then become to the US. So Mexico, which has nothing to do with the person, they came from Guatemala. There in Europe, I believe, in Africa, Europeans try a lot of the same thing too. They want like to catch people who are trying to come, like whether they say that I'm looking for
by the way,
asylum
this is
and go through
this
the
is
registration there.
interestingly, this even went on within the European Union. You have all these problems with
Mhm.
British and French and Germany always blaming Italians that you allow the immigrants
Yeah.
to, because there's always this
Mhm.
debate that is an immigrant to a EU or is it to a country, and the
Mhm.
port of entry, like all these legal debates. So everybody
Yeah.
does it with everyone pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
No.
like this hot potato that they try to pass
Yeah.
around.
No, exactly. But yeah, very tragic, unfortunate story.
Very
I haven't
sad.
seen any updates since Tuesday. That seems to be like, and they don't know. I guess they haven't had any more reports on whether anything the other people who were on the boat. But
Well,
yeah,
I'm guessing after this time, after the amount of time.
exactly. But okay, thank you everybody for watching. Sorry for this weird setup today with the screen sharing and everything. My computer's all messed up, so I don't have my editing software, so we decided to go this way. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in our next video. Thank you.